so annoying. Uh, Good evening, guys. I don't know if I'm on just yet. Okay, so I am. Good evening, guys. So, my name is David. I'm the founder of the Little People of the World organization, and I am not going to stop making videos in regards to situations that just seem to be endless when it comes to what is going on. And I wanted to talk about uh, just parents and LP parents. Guys, there's a really big issue here, and you all need to stop this. We have really, really, really got to start getting along. Okay, my concern, my biggest concern that I am seeing, and this has been something that's been going on for years. Okay, one, you got to stop thinking and saying that, oh, because they call their child their little tiny fairy, and or a name that is suited to their nickname for them, for their own child. First, it's not your right. You know, if I call my daughter my little dwarf power princess, you know, or my little magic dwarf. Who cares? Okay, you guys keep preaching about what needs to be done, but you're all talk on social media. You're little troll warriors is what you are. But you're troll warriors for the wrong thing. You know, if you want to talk a big game and you want to talk about what's really honestly going on in this world and in our society, in our cities, in our communities, okay, you need to get a bigger picture and wake up. Okay, if you think that a mom posting about how she's saying, you know, her little baby reminds her of a tiny, delicate fairy, and you want to blow up and chew her out because she said that her daughter reminds her of a delicate, tiny, beautiful fairy. Can you please tell me, any little person that I know you're staring at me right now, exactly why it is that you need to go and yell at her and or any mom for calling their child a name, whether it be a fantasy name or not. But if it's their nickname, yeah, go ahead. See, none of you are going to say anything, but you'll go rip people apart. See, this is the problem with these organizations. You guys have had so much negative crap fed into your head that you don't even know education from literal conversation. You literally know, let's go out of our minds and blow up. What good is that going to do, and how is that going to help out our community? How are you helping out your community blowing up on everyone? Hey, Julia, how are you, honey? How are you going to help anyone out by blowing up on them? You literally harassed a mom who calls our daughter a tiny little fairy, a delicate tiny fairy, because that's what it reminds her of, because she's a bouncy, happy baby or child. So you want to seriously ridicule her for that? Okay. I'm sorry, but I'm a little person. I know how many things that I can go as. I can go as a Dwarf King for Halloween. I can go as Oompa Loompa for Halloween. I can go as Chucky for Halloween. I go for as anything, honestly. But what is better than going as a dwarf Viking warrior, or a paladin little person, or what is wrong with a petite tiny girl? Which is funny because in a certain organization, why is it that I'm seeing pictures of some of you even dressed up as fairies, ladies? You're dressed up as fairies. You'll dress up as a fairy for Halloween, for a party. You'll dress up as things that represent fantasy, but you want to chew out a mom for calling her daughter a delicate fairy? I think that's a little hypocritical. So you guys have your crap all backwards. You put so much emphasis on negativity and all this other stuff that you're not focusing on. I'm going to get her in there actually real quick. You put so much emphasis on this negativity, and this poor mom, which I just typed her name in, had to go through ridicule because of another lady. Give me a second. I actually screenshotted it too, and I'm going to call her out because I think it's pathetic. And she states that she talked to LPA and that she talked to some people in LPA, and that LPA is pissed off. Well, so you're the advocate and you're the spokesperson for LPA to go and attack parents. That's what you pretty much said. Okay, great. Thank you for letting me know that. I think that's rather pathetic and stupid that you want to act in that kind of a form, and I'm going to call you out for what it is. Your organization skills that you guys are putting forth and saying your support. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm trying to steal my stuff, by the way. That was funny. Oh, what is that lady's name? I have it. I know that I do. What was her name? Mandy? Was that her name? No, not Mandy. I'm in the wrong thing, I think. I've got more than one. Give me a second here. I'm going to find it because I just screenshot it a minute ago. And I made sure that this was to literally... I'm not going to let this go. None of you guys need to let this go. And as a matter of fact, y'all need to be called out for your negativity towards other parents. You're supposed to be educating them and get... Oh, yeah, here it is. Her name is Mary Ann Riatano Calzada. Okay. Well, Mary Calzada, I think that your behavior is rather pathetic and you're part of the problem. Now, if you think that attacking other people because they call their child a little fairy or any other thing or dress them up, then why is it you yourself will sit there and you'll dress up for Halloween as things? Why are many other little women dressing up in fantasy outfits? Okay? But yet, there's a picture of a certain group in a convention, and there's 4 ladies, or several ladies, I forgot the number. You dressed up as strippers. Literally. And you don't want men to think of you in a sexual way because you're little, because they think of other things in a bad form. Yet you do that. You're ass backwards, for one. You're wanting to teach something while at the same time thinking you've got the freedom to do it and yell at a parent. That doesn't make any sense. If a child has a nickname, you're going to get mad at him for calling him Sweet Pea because the pea is tiny? Come on. My little fairy baby? Come on. Who does that? I mean, you guys really need to think of what you're really doing. You have been taught and brainwashed in a negative way that the way to do things is to lash out. What you're doing, little people, and little people parents that act like this is exactly what you're doing. Oh, it's called a major hypocrite. Thank you, Nadia. I love you so much. But it is. Here's what you're doing. You go into a store, you're doing anything like that. This is exactly how you're treating your kid. You're taking your kid and you're going, how dare you? How do this and do that? But guess what? Your kid sitting here or wherever the hell they're at, they're seeing every bit of it. You're feeding your kids, which is why it hasn't worked in so long. Because you're feeding these kids, you're feeding everyone this nonsense. That's how to act. So your kids grow up acting hysterical, temperamental, edgy, insecure, always looking to see who's looking at them, always looking to see if someone's taking a picture, instead of focusing on their life and what's ahead of them. You've got their brains so wrapped up in all the negativity, we're not even focused on the right things. And I'm going to preach it every single day until something is done right. Yes, you will. And maybe I'm talking about you because what that group, and I am very sorry. And I'm proud of what I do. And if you don't like my organization, go on. We're here to make change, not keep this behavior up. Honestly, like I've said, you've got 60 years plus of experience doing this. You need to be doing something more. You should have been doing a lot more. Your benefits aren't paying anything to you because there's no benefits. You're paying for a membership. You're not helping anybody in a third world country. You're worried about what's going on right here and who's popular in a little group of little people. And then you ridicule tall people, their average sized parents, because they know what it's like because they're not a little person. You were 99% chance born by an average sized person. So suck it up, buttercup. The ridicule that you're doing and everything else that you're giving to people and the way that you're acting towards other is pathetic and wrong. Yes, me too. I'm absolutely sorry, Mandy. You know, and it's no wonder there's only 300 people in that group. Get out of that group. You know, it's of no value. It's of nothing to you. Hold on, she hates being on camera, so I'm gonna be nice. Let me know when you're done, baby. She doesn't like my videos. You good? Okay. All right. But all right. Now she don't mind. That's my super baby right there. Hey, what's up, my fairy little dwarf princess? How you doing? You look like a little cute super duper fairy baby. Where are you? Oh, wrong side. Oh, it's camera. I know, and I was confused. That's all that matters. The love you have for your kid and how you're raising her is going to be it. Hey, let me ask you this. Have I ever, and you need to tell the truth, come here. Have I ever purposely called you a midget?
Nope.
That's not true. I have called you a midget. Why? Why have I called you a midget?
Huh?
Do you not remember? This has been so long. But when you were growing up, I purposely called you a midget. And I said, is that what you are? Right. You remember now? Okay. And I asked you, is that what you are? What'd you do?
Yeah.
No. Did you get mad?
Yeah.
All right. So when another kid says it to you now, does it bother you?
Yeah.
All right. Do you get angry when they're like, holy crap, look how short she is?
Yep.
It's called educating in the proper form, little people. See, if you do it right, if you... Come here. You're a little short right now. Come here. If you do it right, you can stand up, it's fine. All right. And you do it the proper way and how you teach things, whether it be how they want to love their kids, whether she being a fairy. Hey, do you like playing as a troll?
No.
Yeah, but would you play as a troll, stealing gold and stuff from people?
No.
Yeah, you would.
No.
Would you play as a magical dwarf? You know you would. Yeah, you know you have. Dwarf power, right? No, serious. Serious, focus. Okay. But see, it's all about how you educate your kids. The harassment that you guys are doing and how you think and your approach to things is so wrong and ass backwards. It's old school. All right? It's old school. Start compiling all your negative thoughts and go, how can I make this a positive for my kid? For what I went through. You know? Start looking at the things that matter. A mom or a dad calling their baby, sweet pea, like I said, sweet pea means tiny, right? So, are you offended that they call their daughter sweet pea and their son sweet pea? What other names can we come up with? Oh, hey, what's up, my munchkin? Do you know how many people use the word freaking munchkin on any kid? And it's not just little people that it gets used on. Are you flipping out? No. But you'll dress up as a fairy at an LPA conference, and you want to harass a woman for doing it, for calling her kid a tiny, delicate fairy-like baby, because that's how she feels. However she put it. That's your input. Is how dare you? And now I'm going to go spread the word of how horrible of a person you are. That's why your group is so small, because of that kind of behavior. I will never, ever, ever stop calling stuff out. I'm never going to stop standing up for you guys. So I'm going to say this right now. How you teach your kids to interact and how you teach your children how to perceive things and feel it That is up to you. But if you're that kind of negative parent, you're a horrible parent then. I'll call you what you are. If you're really going to sit there and do nothing but make your kid have nothing but blown up attitudes and blown up insecurities, you're the screw up. You can let your kid be loved and be called munchkin, fairy, tiny, whatever. I know an average sized kid. His dad calls him Smurfy. You know why he was called Smurfy? Because he was a preemie baby. And he ended up with the nickname Smurfy. Because of one other reason. When he was a premature baby, he was really blue. They almost lost him. But he survived. So his daddy gave him the name Smurfy. You want to go harass them? They almost lost their son. That nickname has a purpose and reason for it. Yes, because of a cartoon having tiny little guys, and they were blue. Their baby happened to be very tiny, and he was very blue. I've seen pictures. God, makes me want to cry now. But guess what? He got the name Smurfy. So you guys are horrible parents if you're going to sit there and teach your kids to have that negative mindset for insecurity. You're doing it to them. You really are. You're going to do nothing but make their life miserable by teaching them to ridicule, hate, and slander back on people with such negativity. You are. And it's up to you. You can either change that now and be like, wow, what am I doing here? You know, there's a better way of doing this. I don't need to do this. How about one, stop attacking parents because of some post? I mean, you guys are desperate. You have no lives. So, I mean, if you're sitting on a disability check and you're literally sitting there doing nothing but looking for somebody to troll, yeah, you've got no life. You really don't. And I'm not going to sit here and say that what is going on is okay. It's not. And little people that are supportive of what is going on in regards to this needs to stop, thank you. All of us need to work together on this. This is a very big issue, and it's been going on for many, many years. Okay, first and foremost, like I said, half of you wouldn't even be born if it wasn't for an average-sized person. So the harassment needs to stop on them. They did nothing wrong. They still learn every day, every single day. It's something that they have to adapt to. Calling their child a nickname that they prefer to call them, that they're comfortable with, is one thing. Now, if it was something that was way offensive, that was like, oh my God, that's like, whoa, wait, whoa. But saying that their baby is Munchkin or a little fairy, that shouldn't offend you, and nor should you be going to harass them. It's stupid and pathetic. Honestly, think about your actions before you do them. This is why so many people laugh at the temperaments. This is why so many people sit there and don't even care what you've got to say. Because the first and foremost thing is that you are literally more concerned about having an attitude and blowing up and hurting people's feelings without caring what you're saying. You know, I literally got on to do some work because I haven't done any late night stuff that I need to for the other side of the world in a while. And the first thing I saw was Mandy Davis's post. For some reason, it popped up on my stuff. And I read it, and I'm sitting here seeing what this chick said. And, you know, that kind of, and it was a little person, it was a little woman who has no children, none at all. Almost looks like a Gen Z, actually. No children. Nothing. And then starts going, I'm going to call these people, I'm doing this, I'm doing all this bullshit. First and foremost, you can call all the little people you want, but if you're really rallying little people to harass other people, I'm glad you're not with us. I'm glad. I am super glad. Because I literally do go through Facebook, and if I see that, I write those names down. I put them in a digital imprint for our algorithm, and if any membership applies with that name, it's matched with any Facebook or social media, it's immediately rejected because of that. I mean, we've even taken screenshots of every face just to make sure that those pictures, anything that can happen. Because I don't want that stuff in LPOTW. There's no reason for that negativity to be in LPOTW. None of it. Average sized parents, you are more than welcome to be part of what we do, because if anyone gives you grief or starts to harass you because of the fact of your parenting style, I mean, I've even seen it where parents have legitimate questions, and little people in certain groups, and this is on Facebook, mind you, but I've also seen it in other areas. They have genuine questions, and parents are getting treated like crap because they don't know what's going on. They just need help. If you're going to preach a game about advocacy and support, yeah. 3 different little chapter presidents I've watched you been like they've been harassing the crap out of people. Nobody's doing nothing about that. And they're watching everything else happen. Average sized parents of dwarves that need help should never be ridiculed, should never be mocked, should never be like with some sarcastic remark. They already have enough trying to figure out if their child is okay. Because to tell you the truth, not every form of dwarfism is safe. There are forms of skeletal dysplasia that are deadly. There are forms of even ACON. They don't live long. Or they don't survive birth. Or they don't survive their first month. You can't say it ain't so because you know it is. So the parents of little people, you guys that are actual little people, adults, or 20-year-olds that don't have any kids and think that they know the whole goddamn world, which they honestly don't, shut up. Leave them alone. Have some positivity. I'm not going to sugarcoat when I do these. The thing is that we've sugarcoated long enough. Hi, my name is David, and I'm going to sugarcoat the crap out of you. I'm a genuinely nice guy. We care about the world. We care about all the parents. And we will take care of you. Might as well one of those evangelists that sit there and go, Hushata! And you're still not cured. I mean, that's how you guys act. And there's no reason for it. None at all. And if you're a parent, I'm begging you, I'm asking you to start evaluating how you speak to average-sized parents that have legitimate questions, and stop harassing them because of some small stuff over a simple nickname. Is furball a bad word? Because I guarantee you someone's going to say, oh, that's sexual. That's gross. It's not. You know, it's honestly not. There's nothing wrong with it. So, I mean, come on. I really want to hear someone tell me, oh, well, there's someone out here. Yeah, the bullies. Rennie, isn't it a beautiful dwarf princess? I'm sorry I didn't see that. My stuff didn't go pop up. See, now bullies, here's the problem with bullies. More than likely, it's because they've got really ignorant, stupid parents that have not been taught by generation to generation to generation, and they've had 60 plus years to be taught, and yet it's still not enforced, it's still not put in place, and that's why we're here now. She's tired. I don't want to be rude. So that's why it's here now. So here's what's funny. 60 years. Still having a problem with this. Bullies will never go away, because there's always going to be parents that treat their kids like crap, and parents before that, parents before that, parents before that. You have an opportunity to change those things. You have an opportunity to educate and to make those things happen, which we're going to do everything we can. And the first and foremost thing that I do want to worry about is the kids. But I think the kids here in America are quite okay. More than what they are in other countries. There's so many little people that don't even have a home right now, that don't have food in their stomach enough of. They don't even have the proper clothes. Nothing. So we need to focus more on what really matters, not harassing parents because of a name. And Mandy Davis, if you're still in here and you're watching, I am absolutely sorry for that organization's behavior with their people in it. I'm absolutely sorry that you have to keep dealing with things like that for no absolute reason. You keep calling your baby your little fairy all you want to because it's your child. It is. And the reason I'm looking over here is because I'm looking over at the commentary. The screen is huge. So, and I mean, you could do that. The others have issues that they need to fix and focus on instead of using their time to do negative shit. Very true. Warriors. That's the word I was looking for. You got keyboard warriors that are that are willing to say on Facebook stuff, and they're willing to do that, but hide behind it. But hide. They hide. They will not show their face. They will not get involved, and that's pathetic. It is. So, but I've yet to see a little person who has said anything to why it was wrong. So little people, come on! I know you're coming in. There's 6 of you right now. It keeps going from 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8. So you're watching, you're spreading, you're talking. Maybe you could steal some of my ideas like you are my website. Oh, I keep tabs. You can try, but it's not gonna make a difference. hmm Exactly. So, if you want to sit there and make a positive change, parents that have any of you that are average sized parents, please, I apologize for any harassment that you're getting from little people across the globe. I really am. I am absolutely sorry. None of you deserve that treatment. And if you are getting that kind of treatment, you will not get that at Little People of the World. And I will tell you right now, you go to littlepeopleoftheworld.org, bring your family in. It never costs a dime. We will never charge you anything. And if you ever get any disrespect for any reason, don't worry. They're gone. We don't have time for drama like that. We need to make positive changes for our children. That's what matters. I mean, come on. Enjoy your lives, LPs. Be blessed with what you've got in your around you. Be blessed with the fact that you've got a home, a roof. Be blessed that you've got a car here in America. And if you don't have a car, be blessed that you have the help that is available here. I mean, you could trade spots with them over there on the other side of the waters and see how far you get. Guarantee you wouldn't last as long as they have. They've had to overcome so many obstacles. You have no idea. And you know what's really sad about LPs over there? Is the parents hide their children out of shame because of average-sized people. They haven't been shown the true ways of how we are supposed to adapt and help them feel in a positive way. So therefore, those kids are hidden and literally left in homes to not be shown. Nothing's being done about that. But right now, we're so focused on the parents who call their kid a name. A cute nickname, by the way. That's what our focus is. Our focus is on what a parent calls a kid. A fairy. Their little fairy princess. That's your focus when we have kids. We have kids, like I said, that have parents that are so ashamed to take them out because they know they're going to get harassed. We have kids that, and average size, excuse me, not average size. We have kids that are little, and we have little people that are adults that are being ridiculed, ignored, slandered, pushed around, still slaved in several areas, and nothing's being done about it. We don't have time to talk about the past of what happens or what happened. We don't. I mean, you can make a documentary about the past all you want to, about what happened in Europe. You can make one about Russia. You can make one about North America. But nothing's going to change. So our focus needs to stop being about who's better, who's richer, who's got better clothes, and LPs are the only people that know how to raise LPs. No. Okay. My son Caden, his mom raised him just fine. He's a big boy. Looks just like me. And my God, how much commonalities we have. But you know what? She did just fine. And I did just fine. I came from a home where I was completely abused every day of my life because my dwarfism was accused of my dad turning gay. That's something big. Yeah. I mean, I've got scars on my face right here. I've got scars on my hands because I was accused of being a piece of shit dwarf, or excuse me, a demonic midget. Always was called that, left and right, nonstop. I used to have to stand naked in front of a door at night. Literally. You know why? Because she didn't want to see me. And if she had to see me, she was going to treat me like crap. My room was bare. I had a purple radio. I think I've done pretty good for myself. For my family. Never would I do that to them. Now that's a horrible parent. But see, there's not parents like that now here. If you haven't realized, little people, that these parents that care about their kids, they, instead of yelling at them, they're reaching out to you because they need your help to learn. They need your help to understand, like, what's it going to be like? Oh, yeah, like you really care. Don't treat them that way. Because they do care. They have a kid with dwarfism, skeletal dysplasia, OI. There's no reason to harass the mom and dad because they've got questions. Or a nickname they've given them. My God. The priorities of you guys and these organizations, not ours, but the rest of them, if this is how you want to keep being, then you need to put some focus elsewhere. Because I can't wait until this documentary comes out. Because we're getting ready to blow up a whole bunch of stuff. And you guys need to get your act together. That's all I can say about it. Mandy, you're 4'11". You know how many times I've heard short jokes called. Oh, I can imagine. You know, but you found a way to cope with it, right? So yeah. Anyways, guys, I don't know how many of you are fed up with it, but if you're a little person and you're seeing this, you need to be the change. You really do. If you're in a Facebook group and you're seeing these little people that are actually acting out in this nonsense way, correct it. Don't let it keep going to where it's attacking the parents. You have the ability to do it the right way. So, oh, and by the way, yeah, us dwarves, we come from a magical land of somewhere. I don't know yet, but I think we come from another planet. We used to have magical powers, and we did all sorts of stuff. But now we're here stuck on Earth. And we bred with giants. Yep. And then our ancestors, you know, they started doing things with kings. And these kings saw the powers of little people. And all of a sudden, this one little person, oh my God, was he great. This little person found a four-leaf clover. Once he found the four-leaf clover, he happened to be wearing green that day, and it was a celebration of amazingness. Because now we all have to wear leprechaun outfits. And then David was born. Oh wait, not me. I'm still great though. No, but David was born, and oh my God, the gnomes, they saved us. Those pointy hats were great weapons. They were. And then the Oompa Loompas made us rich. They did. Dopey kept us laughing for hours with his bald little head and his little dopey dreams that he would have. I mean, like, come on, guys. I mean, people are going to say things, but it's how you educate, embrace, and have pride in yourself. We don't come from any of that. But if I want to call my little kid a princess fairy or whatever, come on. Get over yourselves. All right. I love you all. Parents, LPs, start getting along. Find a solution, not a reason to hurt each other. Well, no, not even the average size parents. But LPs, find a solution to this. There's no reason to start treating people like this whatsoever. You have that ability. All right? You want to talk to me about it more? I'll be glad to. And I want to get Mandy live on a group chat. If I can get her live, I will be so happy. And then you can hear her side. Love you guys. Later.